Hello there, Leo. Welcome to your week ahead, July 21st to July 28th, 2019. This is for all Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign placements. Leo, I shuffled, laid out your spread, so here's what we got for you. Now, Leo, your theme in the week ahead, you got two cards that came out. So the first one is the Desert Prince, Survival, False Promises. 19 reduces to a 10. Mm-hmm. What's up with this energy, Leo? With it reducing to a 10, you may be focused on how to culminate something or reinstate something. You may be focused on how to bring an end to a particular cycle or situation, or you may be focused on trying to see how to institute a fresh start. But if it is a fresh start, I feel like it's a false one where you are giving the appearance that you want a new start, but not really. And so with this energy, Leo, I feel like that you focusing on your fucking survival. And you are gonna tell lies and give false promises for your own self preservation. This is about you focusing on your security and your safety, I feel. And I feel like this is you not experiencing any guilt or regret, because I'm looking at all this orange and this is calling me to the sacral chakra, where this is about your feelings and your emotions and your creativity, imagination. And also, I'm seeing a little bit of that yellow, which is the solar plexus. And so, this is you trying to have inner strength, be empowered to avoid stress and to not take any hits to your self esteem. But this is you focusing on your personal power. And I feel like with this energy, Leo, it's like I feel like it's like you keeping up with appearances in order for you to make moves or accomplish your aims. That's what this feels like, Leo. And that you are resorting to putting on a show or appearance, if you will. There's some lies in there. And I'm gonna just say there's some lies in that shit. You're doing that too. But that's what this feels like. But it's for the sake of you trying to survive. And so I feel like this is you putting out some false promises, either to a situation or a relationship or whatever this is concerning you. It's like you are in survival mode. You're doing whatever it takes. You're letting people or whatever you need to create an appearance for, however false, appear to be a promise that you are not gonna keep, Leo. Mm-hmm. What you doing? I feel like it's because you are at center stage here somehow. Like all eyes on you, Leo. So the other card you have as the theme in your week ahead is the River Queen. Flow, letting go, and natural movement. Mm-hmm. So I feel like this is about you going with the flow or trying to make sure that things flow for you. I feel like this is about you emotionally detaching from what you are dealing with or having to do in order for you to survive, even if you don't like it, or it's uncomfortable, or it makes you feel some type of way. You might be looking to try to move on and get away from something or someone, but you want things to go smooth in the process. So it's like you have to detach, or you're choosing to detach and let go in order for things to flow, to come into some sort of harmony long enough for you to get what you want here. It's a 36 reducing to a 9. So with this, you're focused on trying to bring something into fruition, but as well trying to retain what's for yourself, whatever is needed in the meantime. So your focus, Leo, is you got the Ace of Coins and the Nine of Coins. Earth energy. So you could be focused on your dough, on your ends, on your money. But with the Ace of Coins, you could also be focusing on you trying to build a new start for yourself, have a new beginning for yourself, and build your own foundation. With this Ace of Pentacles, you may be trying to see what you can bring into form or create, and you may be concerned about what you should practically do, what approach you should take. I feel that in an effort for you to build or create what you want, bring something into form, it's like you're doing what you need to do in order for you to gain what you want, but it's like you have to put it in use. You have to work with it. It's like you got to come up with a new approach, and the new approach is for you to find a way to work with something to build what you want here in order for you to get that fresh start or to take leadership in a situation. But this is about you trying to assess the potential for what it is that you want to build, create, bring into form, or have a new start with, a new foundation, but at the same time wanting to or needing to recenter yourself to do it, to regather yourself. And with the Nine of Coins here, I feel like this is you being resourceful. You may be looking to achieve your independence, but you may be looking at what you can gain and how to resourcefully do that. You may be experiencing a degree of codependence either on your part or on another, or in both ways. But also with the Nine of Coins here, she's got this ball of yarn here, and there's other balls of yarn here. And she's not exactly knitting anything, but she got that yarn here. So it's like, what are you trying to unravel, right? Or what are you trying to tighten up on? Because is she unraveling that yarn, or is she trying to put that yarn together and build it and secure it? Either way, you focus on being resourceful. And you see that little cat there? I feel like you are pacing yourself because you may, I just feel like, Leo, you being watched, or you're concerned about who's watching, or who may be real. You may be concerned about whether or not what you really trying to do will be realized. So you might be trying to keep a tight and short leash to what you're trying to do and build. And you want to be quick about it, I feel, but at the same time, you know that you will, it's like you're going to take your time, but hurry up, because you are looking to survive. You're looking to detach. You're looking to escape, to get away. So in the recent past, Leo, you have this Queen of Wands and the Fool. So with the Queen of Wands, I feel like you took some bold, creative action that could have been foolish, but also because of it was coming from a place of optimism, focusing on a new beginning, being curious, being oblivious about the consequences, not really being responsible. In fact, perhaps you may have been a little irresponsible and naive, lacking wisdom in the situation, perhaps. And I feel that in the recent past with this Queen of Wands and the Fool, this bold creative step was a move you made because you wanted to go in a new direction. I feel like you trusted, because Alice is trusting this rabbit. I feel like you either trusted someone or you chose to trust someone with your desire, with your goal, with your aim, with what moves you wanted to make. And that may have been reckless in the recent past, or foolish, or you, but it was because you had optimism with the situation and you expected that you could trust this person, or you just chose to trust them because I feel like you expected that the attitude on your goal or objective was mutual when it was not. So in the present, because see, look, she took that action, but she's like, what? What? Wrong move? Was it? Was it a wrong move, Leo? So at present, Leo, you got this Three of Wands and the Knight of Coins. So this is you in the present looking to be more careful about your plans that you look to institute or implement. This is you coming up with a plan of action and being more careful about your plan of action, keeping a better eye at who you're dealing with. Because who you're dealing with is a jackass. She's looking at a jackass, a horse man, a man horse, part man, part horse, or part man and part chess piece. But you want to be careful about how you creatively take action. You being careful about the moves you're making because you want to get shit done. You want to be more methodical. You want to be more clever. You want to have wisdom here. You want to realize your objectives, and you're very determined. So it's like you taking a pause. You stopping, and it's like you taking this Knight of Coins, and you're like, you know what? I gotta stop what I'm doing. I gotta slow the fuck up. Let me just regroup and look at what it is that I really want to do here and how I need to go about doing it. And I need to have some wisdom with this shit, because this knight has carrots. So, and you know, a horse eats carrots, right? But what I also see here is that this knight got their shit packed. So you determine to get somewhere or go somewhere with your plan or objectives. And it's like with these carrots, it's like, how do you lead this horse with these carrots? Right? You want to guide this horse with these carrots. What carrots do you feed this horse to get done what you need done here so that you can have things come together and work out for you? Because in this Three of Wands, it's like she leaning on this tree, but there's like an eye there. So it's like, again, you being careful about who can see what you're doing, or who will realize or get a understanding of what it is that you are really after, or your true objectives here. And so it's almost like you being careful to feed somebody some bullshit so that you can distract them and get what you want done, but at the same time keeping your eye on them, knowing that they're keeping an eye on you. Or you want to make sure nobody realizes what it is you're really trying to do here. But you want to take your time. It's like you putting you may even be putting a stop or hold on your plans because you are focusing on how to regroup, how to readjust, how to now use more responsibility. You may have in the recent past were bold, but from a rebellious standpoint, and now you want to simmer down. Now you want to simmer down, and you want to handle that shit with more care. and consideration in a way you may not have done in the recent past. And so in the future, you have Judgment and the Ace of Swords. This what your future hold. Now you see that butt on this knife, but then there's this pocket watch. So, and with this Judgment here, you got her standing there looking all hard pressed, looking like, she trying to consider and make a decision. But at the same time, these little soldiers is laying down. But even though they laying down and seeming not to move, there's still some activity happening. Coloring, okay, being constructive. So I feel like in the future, you are focusing on making decisions. You want to make calculated decisions. You're trying to see things from a new perception. You're trying to get results. You may be experiencing a little bit of delays, but you also could be dealing with some degree of regret, remorse in some way. You may be coming to a realization. You may be trying to put your best self forward, but this is you trying to reflect on things and seeing how you can rise to the call to get that second chance. You may even be proposing a renewal, but it's like in order for you to still work under and do undetected, because she's not looking at what's going on here. Okay? So perhaps you're giving the perception that you've made the decision to do nothing, when really you still doing shit, but you need somebody to think you're not. And with this Ace of Swords here, this timing around this, you may need more time. And so with this butter knife, you might be trying to butter up the situation, or somebody may be trying to butter your ass up because something that needs more time. You need more time. And so you're trying to butter up the situation so that you can distort and avoid someone reaching clarity about you while you're trying to gain clarity regarding them and what it is you're trying to do, break free, or communicate when it's time. Wow. And so it's like you putting on that butter. You buttering the situation up, or somebody trying to butter this shit up. But it's like you need more time, or somebody needs more time. And so, and it's in order for you to appear to not do anything, or appear to be reconciling, or appear to be choosing to rejuvenate. Now, it's possible you are trying to see how to rejuvenate something, but if you're trying to see how to butter up the situation because it's time to right now, or because you're running out of time, or you may not want someone to gain clarity in the situation in the future. Now, Judgment also, you could be dealing with where someone has the ability to render a decision that's in authority. And so you may be receiving a judgment against you, or regarding you, or you may be seeking a judgment. And this is new communication. Or this here is you having enlightenment or clarity in the situation. And so you could be making a judgment call here. or receiving a decision or waiting on a decision. So your attitude, Leo, is you got the Star and the Knight of Wands. Now, you could be dealing with an Aquarius or have this energy in your chart with the Star here. But with the Star, you are focusing on how to realize your goals, your dreams. You're trying to have wish fulfillment. You're trying to heal. You're trying to focus on your vision for what you want. But I want you to take a look at right here. There's another fucking eye. Another eye. So somebody got an eye on you, or an eye on your goals, or eye on what it is that you really want to try to make happen here. And so I feel like you are aware that you're being watched, or someone could be spying. And so you're being careful to appear to just be interested in peace, focusing on with the Star, being calm, maintaining harmony, and showing an air of confidence towards that. Appearing to not be disappointed, appearing to be content or happy perhaps. But all the while, you are dreaming about what it is that you really want. But you are aware that someone is watching, or for the sake of who may be watching, you want to give the appearance of harmony, of peace, of happiness, of contentment, of, hey, yeah, this is my wish. Yeah, I wanted that. But you're trying to use wisdom. It's because you're trying to use wisdom. And you want things to be done peacefully and calmly with whatever your goals and objectives are here. And with this Nine of Wands, it's because you want movement. This is you wanting to take action, but now this is about you trying not to rock the boat or rock the situation in a hostile way that could affect you. This is you wanting to take action to see movement. But this is about, I feel, you, again, I'm being brought to the attention of all of this red, which is that chakra, the root chakra. This is you focusing on your survival, safety, and security, and trying to remain grounded. Because, see, this horse is like a rocker horse, rock forward and backward. So you may be needing to take a step or two back in order to move forward with this Knight of Wands. Or you may be trying to gently rock forward in your situation to get progress, which takes time. You may be trying to be mindful not to be too hasty or reckless. And I'm seeing all this green, which is bringing me to the heart chakra energy. So this is you perhaps cultivating some empathy in relationships or connection, or showing compassion, or you're taking action in such a way as to receive compassion. But also, I feel you're focusing on your self-love. But this is you looking at how to have movement on your wishes, your hopes, and your dreams. Undetected, I feel. So your concern is you do have this Queen of Swords with the Ace of Wands. Now with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Wands, I feel like you are concerned about how to initiate or what you've initiated of your plans, of your objectives, and if your plans are solid, if you are nurturing the details properly, or you're looking at how you are nurturing or planning. I feel that you are looking to be decisive yet poised. I feel that you are detaching emotionally in order to do what you need to do here. But I feel that you are concerned about whether or not you'll be able to get a start on your plans or how to start with your plans here. You are concerned about whether or not what you initiate or how you initiate will allow you to cut away what no longer serves you, but allows you to still remain intact as a result. You could be focusing on a divorce and concerned about that. Perhaps you've initiated divorce process and you may be concerned about that. And I say that with the Queen of Swords and Judgment here. You made a decision and you may be concerned about that, where that initiation will take things. But you are concerned about a new start. You're concerned about how to initiate. You may be concerned about your communication, how to initiate communication. Or you may be concerned about how you're being communicated with. You could be concerned about whether or not to involve a lawyer. You could be concerned about whether or not you're coming off cold and distant, opposed to passionate and inspired and ready for that new start. And so your challenge here, Leo, is the Page of Cups and the Seven of Coins. So there may be a challenge about some news or message that's coming in that either you are sending or receiving. You may be experiencing the challenge about how a message or news will be received or assessed. You may be concerned about how to creatively do what you want here. The challenge may be how to invest, how to, because see, with the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles talks about assessing, waiting, being patient, putting the energy and the effort into what it is that you want to have success with, and then seeing the return. And then it's about continuing to monitor and continuing to tweak and put in the energy and effort with the goal of trying to, as much as possible, ensure the best results or the most success you can get out of the situation, right? The most return you can see. And so with this Seven of coins, you see that they have white roses, but they're painting them red, right? So you could be challenged with appearing to invest and put pure intentions or motives in your communication or with healing or around a message, when really it's about putting forth that purity or that seeming purity, that false promise, because really you're painting something, you're working on something else. You're actually working on something else. And so the challenge here is, how do you invest in what it is that you are doing, that you're being trying to be creative about, and at the same time appear to be invested, but really investing in something else for yourself. Now, you could also have the challenge where you may be concerned about how a message or news is assessed, where it may have good intentions around it, or you want good to come from it, but you're concerned about with the red if it turns into something else not so good. But nonetheless, you still focus on your own survival, safety, security, and trying to stay grounded and trying to detach yourself from any anxiety of this news, of this creative spark that you have, that you're challenged with. And so the challenge is, how do you convey, or how do you create, or how do you heal, so that you can have the return on your investment, where you are trying to have some changes happen here. Change that you may want accepted, want want those changes accepted, or you want those changes to happen under cover. So your likely outcome, that is also your advice, Leo, is you got this Four of Coins and the Five of Cups. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty, you don't want to have a fall. You don't want to have a fucking fall here, Leo. So with this Four of Coins as your outcome, this is about you needing to have some self-preservation in this shit. Seeing how you can secure, stay stable, and stay grounded. Seeing what you can hold on to, perhaps, or what you can have in this situation. But this is you trying to make sure that you have balance with your resources, balance with your situation, and with the focus of recovery or avoiding any loss, any emotional loss, or any disappointment. So it's like, what can you do to avoid disappointment? You may be looking at what you can do to avoid disappointing someone else by giving them the appearance that everything is a party, or everything's good, everything is, on the table. Again, I'm looking at this clock. It's because you need more time with something. Something you need more time, or somebody needs more time. And so you're trying to secure in order to have self-preservation. And so this is also you trying to avoid becoming stuck and stagnant. And you may be trying to resolve emotional challenges for yourself around this, or with who you're dealing with, while you're trying to figure out how to secure what you need. So let's take a look at what your guidance is, Leo. Leo, this is like a co-op type of thing. Like, it's like you being like a agent somehow. You on some low key shit, Leo. At least you trying to be. Something you trying to unravel, or unravel yourself from, or you trying to tighten something up so it don't unravel in a way you don't like. This is you focusing on your security and making sure that you don't crack the fuck up and fuck up, where you could end up disappointed. But instead, you trying to see what you could do so your ass can stay happy, and you may be looking to see about keeping other motherfuckers happy in the meantime, because you giving out the false pretense, but it's out of your need to survive. It's out of your need to stay grounded, to secure what you need, to stay safe, or to have things move smoothly and safely. Perhaps you could be dealing with someone who has a temper issue, or this could be because of a divorce, or you may be trying to break up, or you may be trying to end the commitment. But whatever you doing here is all because you got your own wishes that you want to see happen. You got your own thing, or you want to have your own thing and build it. And I just feel like you want your independence. I feel like you want your independence. And you're trying to be resourceful. You're definitely trying to be resourceful and see what you can bring into form. So let's take a look at what your guidance is, Leo. You have 3 cards that came out. Wonder why. The first one is the Falcon. Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. Okay? So this is you focusing on seizing opportunities. But I feel like this is about you needing to not be wishy-washy, not be back and forth, not be in and out with yourself like the Knight of Wands can do. Okay? So this is about you being assertive and staying on track. Now you also have Puyo. I don't know, the Hawaiian owl. Forgive me if I said it wrong. I'm sure I did. But this is saying your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to signs and omens from them, okay? So you have support, you have divine support. So this is about you being aware and allowing yourself to be guided. Your intuition might be off the charts at this time. And your last piece of guidance, Leo, is you have the ladybug. This is a time of good fortune and abundance. So be willing to receive all good things in your life. So this is about you focusing on cultivating or allowing good things to happen in the meantime. Or you focusing on trying to cultivate or generate good times or go with the flow. Because by you doing this, that allows or perpetuates a time of good fortune and abundance for you. But it's like you also got to be willing to receive the good things coming to you in the meantime while you're focusing on your survival or self-preservation and detaching from someone or something in the process, where part of that process is for you to find a way to be okay in that process, or to keep your attitude in check. Keep your attitude in check while you doing this, while you orchestrating this, and while the universe is helping you to orchestrate it. So don't get in your own way. And it's okay to, go after your aims, but be mindful of how bold you may or may not, or should or shouldn't be, as it may and can cause you to become stuck or give you issues with your ability to have self-preservation and avoid any disappointment. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.